Hey gang, it's Bethany Finch with American Made Home Solutions. And this Win Wednesday, we're talking about foreclosures, and more specifically, pre-foreclosures. Many people find themselves in this predicament, and it's not always due to circumstances within their control. For instance, what we're finding happening at an alarming rate is elderly couples and one of the spouses die. Well, before they were living on both of their pensions, and now they're losing one of those pensions or Social Security benefits. And if they still had a mortgage, they still have payments left to make. So they find out they only have enough, maybe life insurance to cover the funeral expenses and nothing more. So the problem there is now they have to figure out how they're going to keep their house, and many times they can't. So they miss one payment, they miss two payments, and somewhere along the line, they get further behind than they're even going to possibly be able to catch up. Sometimes, if they have family and loved ones, they're able to come alongside and help them, like they put it into a child's name and they catch up the payments, and then the house will go to them when they pass, things like that. But not everybody is blessed with those. So one of the understandings that people don't always get is that banks are in the business of making money. When they loan you the money to buy your house, that's because they plan on making money on you for the next 30 years or however long you keep that mortgage. If you find yourself getting behind, a bank will act like they're on your side. You know, maybe one or two payments, they're willing to work with you. Sometimes they'll modify the loan, put it on the back end of the payment. But when you find yourself beyond that, then it's a business transaction. And no matter how many years you've been a customer of that bank, it no longer matters. And unfortunately, that leaves our senior citizens in a rough position. They've been in these homes, oftentimes 20, 30, sometimes 40 years, and they don't have the means to not only catch up their payments, but they also don't have the means to do the repairs necessary. So if they were to sell their home, they would get so little for it. One of the things that we just got done this morning, once again, helping a group of senior citizens understand, is that you do have options. Now, I know banks are out there propensitating or promoting the reverse mortgage. If you have equity in your home, a reverse mortgage could buy you some time. So yes, that is a very valid and viable option, but it's not always valid and viable for everybody. At the end of the day, for instance, in the example that we gave you in regards to the couple and one of them passed away, they no longer can survive on that single income in that house. Maybe they need to move to a place with assistance or move in with one of their kids or friends or loved ones. So they need to find a different option. Well, they oftentimes will have some equity in their home, but the repairs necessary to be able to even list it or sell it are just so overwhelming to them. And the moment you get those foreclosure notices from the bank, it's very stressful, very distressing. And one of the things that we do here at American Made Home Solutions, we have an entire team of foreclosure specialists that work with your unique individual situation. So for instance, although the reverse mortgage works for some people, again, like I said, it doesn't work for everybody. There are other options. Sometimes we can set up a lease option where someone can move in and they could be a blessing to a young family who's looking to start out, but they can't come up with 20% down, or they can't qualify because they've just started working, or different things like this. And lease options work great for them. But the best thing about a lease option is it also provides long-term income for that homeowner. They're not going to get a big capital gains thing. They're going to get just steady income. And it provides that opportunity to create a win-win situation out of a sometimes bad situation. That's just one of many options we have. Sometimes if there's not enough equity in the home, we're able to negotiate short sales and help them get from under it and set them up in another living situation that is good and safe for them, but also within their means. There's all kinds of resources and things that we have. We work within our local communities, and that's the best thing about working with a company like us. As American Made Home Solutions, we're local. So we know the resources that are available, and we are able to tap into them and able to access grants and all kinds of things that, for instance, a bank isn't necessarily going to access because it's not one of their programs and they don't make money on it. They're only going to tell you what they make money at. But when you receive those foreclosure notices, people automatically assume the bank already owns their property. And that's just not true. The bank doesn't own that property until it goes to the auction block and it's sold. That's it. That's when the bank actually gets ownership of that property. They're just a lien holder in the meantime. So you, as the homeowner, still have all the decision-making power during this time. Now, what we do is we show you your rights. The individual states and the government is very clear on how a foreclosure process is to take place. When those processes take place, there's timelines that are involved. And one of the big one usually starts within 180 days. And that's usually when you start getting notices. Now, during those times, the wording on those notices, they're written by legal lawyers working for the bank, right? So you might read them and feel like they already own your house, and you have no options, but that's simply not true. We would love the opportunity to help you or your loved one, or even a friend that you know is going through these distressful situations, and help them. One of the things that we can do is alleviate anxiety. A lot of fear is created because of the unknown. We don't know, and we can't think because of the stress and just anxiety that's overwhelming us. We want to help you or your loved one or friend or someone you know that's going through a tough time, find them a working solution. We were able to, in one scenario, actually negotiate a remodification of their own loan. They didn't even know they could do it, and their bank didn't even really know. And we were able to negotiate the entire thing for them so that they were able to stay in their home. So there are options out there. Let us show you those options. You can reach us at 360-386-1334, or you can email us at info@AmericanMadeHomeSolutions.com. We will keep everything confidential. Nothing gets, made public or anything like that. We work with a very professional team of individuals, from agents and lawyers and foreclosure specialists, that are able to keep everything legal so you know your rights, but also so you are empowered into making the best decisions you can for your situation, by giving you the knowledge and reducing that fear and anxiety and giving you the support that you need to get through the situation. So we hope this Wednesday we've been able to be a blessing to you or someone else by reducing a little bit of fear and anxiety about foreclosures and pre-foreclosures, and in doing so, you'll be able to pass that along to someone else. You never know who might need it. Sometimes it's not the thing that people plan on. Nobody plans on this stuff happening. Job losses happen, things like this. Nobody plans on these things. It just happens. You never know who might need to hear it. So by all means, share this video, share it on your Facebook, share it on your LinkedIn, share it on your Twitter, Instagram, all those places. Share it, because you just never know who might need to hear it. Until then, we'll talk to you later on next Win Wednesday. Bye for now.